Close your eyes now and let your mind drift back. Not to your own memories, but to a quiet corner of England in the year 1642. Picture a small, premature baby, born so tiny and weak on a Christmas morning that no one expected him to live. He is named Isaac for the biblical child of laughter. This child, against all odds, survives. But his childhood is marked by loneliness. When he is just 4, his mother leaves him with his grandmother to start a new family. He grows up quiet, introspective, and filled with a simmering resentment. As a young boy, he is meant to be a farmer. But while his mother thinks he tends the sheep, he is lying in the fields, his gaze lost not on the herd, but on the vast, endless sky above, reading books and dreaming of the stars. He convinces her to send him back to school and eventually to university at Cambridge. But his true story, the one that changed the world, begins not in the grand halls of Cambridge, but in isolation. In 1665, a great plague sweeps through London. The university closes. Isaac, now a young man, must retreat to the quiet family farm in Woolsthorpe. For 2 years, he is alone with his thoughts. This isolation becomes his sanctuary. In a dark room, he captures a beam of sunlight with a prism, watching in wonder as it fractures into a rainbow of colors. He realizes white light is not pure, but a mixture of all others. He spends his days lost in new kinds of mathematics, scribbling calculations that lay the foundation for calculus. And he thinks deeply about the force that guides the moon in its endless journey around our planet. One evening, the story goes, he sits under an old apple tree in the orchard. The world is quiet, peaceful. He hears a soft thud. An apple has fallen straight to the ground. And in that simple, everyday moment, a question blooms in his mind with revolutionary force. If the apple falls, pulled by the earth, does that same force reach all the way to the moon? He imagines the force not as a chain, but as a silent, invisible mathematics that binds the universe. The same law that brings the apple down holds the moon in its curved path. It governs the planets in their dance around the sun. In his mind, the cosmos is connected by a single, elegant principle. Gravity. When the plague retreats, and he returns to Cambridge, he carries a universe of ideas in his head. He becomes a professor, but remains a solitary figure, communicating with other great minds only through letters. He builds a new kind of telescope. He is elected to the Royal Society. And slowly, patiently, he writes. He writes his masterpiece, the Principia. In it, he uses geometry to state 3 simple laws of motion and his universal law of gravitation, uniting the heavens and the earth under one set of rules. The lonely, curious boy from the farm had given the world a new lens through which to see everything. In his later years, he moves to London, becomes master of the Royal Mint, and is knighted by the Queen. But tonight, as you drift to sleep, don't picture Sir Isaac Newton in his London wig. Picture instead the young man on the quiet farm. Picture the prism scattering light on a dark wall. Picture the apple falling in the silent twilight. And picture the boundless connecting thought that followed, a thought that saw the intricate, beautiful mechanics of the universe and whispered its secret. The same force that pulls the apple holds the stars. Let that thought of a connected, knowable cosmos lull you into a deep and peaceful sleep. Good night.